I'm Malcolm Van Delft, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, "I don't know why I tried to do this," and by way of explanation, tells her life story. We are about 100 pages into book 3. Working title is Shiny Pretty Gothic. Last week in Do the Wrong Thing, Ava quits her job at the Art Center and discovers feminism. I'm starting with the last bit from last week. I've added a few lines to give it more context. Does it work? I hope so. This is a continuation of a chapter called Black Lace Pantyhose. I can't sleep. My mouth is dry. Sweat pushes through my pores. In my throat, a balloon expands. Shit! I run for the bathroom. Wah! Head over toilet, on hands and knees, staring down. Nothing comes up except phlegm and spittle. Wah! Stomach stops heaving. I limp back to bed, lie down, but my gut clenches again and the sweat and balloon reappear. I throw back the covers, lie spread eagled. Run! Wah! Shiver, lie across tile floor. My body shakes until it can't shake anymore. Turn on side. Floor stretches out in front of you, me, to the toilet's porcelain column. I nudge the bathroom mat away where it gets under my feet. Enjoying is not the right word, preferring the hard surface to the nausea-inducing softness. Why did you quit your job, I think? What's going on with Neil and Bradley? Roll over and stare at the ceiling, move an arm. My knuckles graze the toilet, pull them back. Distant, muffled traffic and the low hum of building equipment. Actually, it's more of a hiss, vents or water pipes. You wait for the sickness to pass so you can rejoin your body. Next chapter, it all falls down. I don't want it in the apartment. Me neither, says Dorothy. I don't care if it's just a taser. It looks like a gun. I'm only holding it for Brian until it's safe for him to bring it home, Neil says. Brian is a tall, tanned, super attractive surfer bro with eyes that are almost gold in color. He could be a model. There's something off about him though, because in spite of his looks and confidence, he acts like he's interested in me. And he already lives with a girlfriend. Short, cute, Quebecois, Manon talks and giggles incessantly. She's also surfer bro, or I suppose valley girl. They're not the kinds of people that Neil and Bradley usually hang out with. Manon wants to stay here too, says Neil. Brian hit her, she says, and people have been trying to break into their apartment. I look from Neil to Dorothy to Neil again. A guy who hits his girlfriend and people trying to break into someone's apartment? Who are these people? What if the people trying to break into Brian and Manon's come here, I ask. Dorothy and I lock eyes. Neil says, don't worry, they won't know anything's here. In his room, Neil rigs up his closet with lights for Brian's plants. He puts bags of money in the back along with the taser. We tell Manon she can visit, but not stay. When Neil first showed me his grow up, it was small and insignificant. He installed some lights in a stand-up closet and placed plant shoots in square containers in the bottom. Now, though, the closet is filled with plants, bursting. When Neil opens the door, you can almost feel the oxygenated air. I'm possessed with an overwhelming urge to crawl inside, close the door, and breathe in that great, rich air and feel the velvety green against my skin. 3 a.m. Neil, Dorothy, Manon, and I trudge down La Croix Boulevard, past the shops and into the residential district. We turn left at a train station beside a park. I have no idea where we are, but Neil says he knows. Past an auto repair and furniture warehouse, up onto a bridge whose sidewalk seems like an afterthought. The wind gets stronger and colder as we cross. At the midpoint, we stop. Neil leans over and drops a gym bag with the taser inside to the churning water below. Dorothy, Manon, and I cheer. I never did find out what was happening with Brian and Manon. Cocaine, I'd guess, though they arrived and disappeared so quickly from my life I didn't question. And I had no idea about the size of Neil, Bradley, Rick, and Auden's drug empire. I should have. You don't pal around with Jefferson Starship, I mean, maybe you do. Auden is beautiful and smart. I don't know why celebrities hang out with who they hang out with. Still, more drugs were moving around than I realized. Certainly more than what was in Neil's closet. I'm done, says Neil. There's never any food in the house. I bought a whole bag of tomatoes 2 days ago and they're already gone. I feel a jolt. It's me that's eating all the food. So much that I thought I had it under control. I thought harmless, victimless, a hobby, unusual, maybe, a hack, a shortcut. I could eat as much as I wanted and still remain thin. But if Neil doesn't have food to eat, it's okay, says Dorothy. She puts her hand on my back as I bend over on a kitchen chair, crying and hiccuping. I look up, but I can't read her eyes. It's like an abyss. That's exactly what it's like. I'll fall and fall. I'll never come back. There's a monster inside me. The monster is me. Bulimic, I blubber. I'm sorry. Don't be, Dorothy responds. It's not your fault. No, she doesn't understand. I'm not sorry for being bulimic. I'm sorry for telling her because now she'll have to pity me and treat me like someone who needs her care, even if she doesn't want to pity and care for me. Edward shakes his long brown hair. He's angry and frustrated with me because I won't go to his parents with him for Christmas. Edward and I aren't dating anymore. We've never specifically broken up. We merely spend less and less time together, but he's worried about me, as are Neil and Dorothy. You know what your problem is? He snaps as he's about to leave my apartment. You don't believe in anything. I'm sure my face is scrunched up, exactly like my mother's when she feels helpless, because I know that he's right. I don't believe in anything. I have no faith, not even in myself. Next chapter, Dead Soul Landscape. It's fucking hard to stay alone on Christmas Day when the entirety of Western civilization stops what it's doing to be with family, or at least friends. Cry, cry, cry. Yet I also feel myself healing. I feel myself gleaning myself from the empty air and silence. And bits of a person exist in the hiss of a water pipe. I let the hums and sibilances fill me. I breathe in and my soul plumps up like a rehydrated cell. I had places to go, by the way, aside from Edward's. Home to my family, of course, Dorothy's, Neil's. I chose to stay alone. Christmas is a big commercial holiday. People care more about presents, what they'll get, than celebrating the birth of Jesus, which is hypocritical. Then there's the holidays as a woman, cooking, cleaning, buying and wrapping presents and entertaining for weeks, while men drink whiskey and kick back. My body, not my mind or even my heart or spirit. That's all my parents care about. Virginity, that weird absence of an act. And my mother hasn't a clue that I don't like pretty little golden jewelry. Not that I know what I like, but that's not it. At 10 p.m., I hear the key in the door. Hello? I call from the living room couch where I'm curled up with a pillow. Hi, Dorothy calls back. I listen as she hangs her coat, smell the cold and Dorothy's family smell mixed with turkey and stuffing. She comes to the doorway of the living room, a weighted down plastic bag in her hand. How was your day? She asks. I sit up. Strange. I cried a lot, but it felt good, you know? She tilts her head and nods, slowly. I feel stronger for having done that. I look at her. We hold eyes for a second, then she looks away. After a few seconds more, she looks back at me. I think I understand, she says. She smiles, then disappears into her room.